This week on Days of Our Steelers, promising middle linebacker Devin Bush has been taking to Twitter to rant about everything under the sun and not holding any of his emotions back, and many think that he may be going through depression or have some sort of mental disorder at the moment. Here are the tweets. How the F I chase the chick and I don't even chase the liquor. Well, maybe it's because you're a football player and don't want to have a beer belly. Maybe it's because you want to be conditioned, and maybe it's because it's just human nature to want to have a chick. I don't know, Devin, but to be honest, many people can relate to this, except even though I will never drink, but no one really cares. And then he says, it's a lot of pocket watchers, ouchie, be careful. And then he says, I need to make some money, cuh. Whoa, I mean, aren't you already making millions of dollars a year? Where is all of this money going? I understand you should probably be saving some of it, and obviously you spend some of it, but if you're being responsible, where is this money, my man? I mean, Devin, come on. Then Devin says, Is marriage is for destruction? If marriage is forever, why are there divorces? Why is money and assets tied into a relationship? I thought it was built through love. Real marriage is through flesh. Half and half. Can't divorce God's creation. Well, that's true. I can understand what he's talking about, but it's making him sound like he's talking about incest, because real marriage is through flesh, through blood. You don't get married to your sister, guys. Next up, if y'all want me to get off Twitter, Venmo me $20 at ghost/poll. It's a picture of my dog. Thank you. Well, I understand, Devin, you make millions of dollars, okay? You don't need our money just from random average people who make probably on average like $50,000-$60,000 a year. We just want you to get off Twitter and focus on football. You can stay on Twitter, but don't be on it as much. Then he says, if someone gets you mad, don't go eye for eye. Trick them into drinking a Four Loko. And although that's very funny, has he tried this on anyone? I mean, this is very concerning, the things you're tweeting. The Steelers organization is actually mad at him for doing this. And then he says, the quote of the year, big feet. That is awesome. I mean, anyone who has big feet must love Devin Bush simply because he tweeted big feet. I mean, look at that. The comment section's roasting him. I wonder if he'll leave the comment sections on for very long. I guess we'll have to see. But anyways, the next tweet up is, and I quote, females run the internet. That's very random, and that's not true. Males and females run the internet. I don't know what else to say to that. That's very random. Then he says, Lahim, with some beer jugs. And to that I can say, I really hope that doesn't represent anything in his life, because athletes are allowed to drink. But don't do it too much. Don't celebrate drinking. Just do it every once in a while, because you're a professional athlete. You want to perform well. Now he has a ton of tweets. I'm going to have a bar mitzvah for my 25th. Mazel Tov. Well, a bar mitzvah is the Jewish expression for when young boys turn 13 years old. So that's not possible. And then he says, sipping on Easter pink. Well, that's awesome. I don't know why you feel the need to tweet that. Then he says, respect, understanding, commitment. So maybe he went through a breakup. I'm not sure, but I wasn't aware of him having a girlfriend. I know he doesn't have a wife. And then he says, love is just an illusion. And honestly, sometimes that is true. Sometimes there is fake love. But Devin Bush, get to the gym. I mean, you can be on Twitter, you can be a normal person, but this isn't normal behavior. Then he says, when I found out about fat transplants, that's when I lost my mind. It is weird that those exist. It's kind of mind-blowing. I agree with that, but no one was wondering this, Devin. Why do you feel the need to tell people this? You might have Antonio Brown syndrome, I don't know. But this is just immense behavior. And then he says, now what was said about me? And then before that he said, watch this. Notice how the comment sections are on, but now they're off. So he turned off the comment section so people can't roast him. They can retweet the tweet. I don't know if they can quote the tweet, but they can't roast him in the comment section. So I just don't know what else to say to this. This is incredible behavior. This is something that I haven't seen before. Even Antonio Brown and Le'Veon Bell have their comment sections on. So I don't know what's happening. And finally, the best tweet of them all, the F-bomb. Just randomly, the F-bomb. And this was before he turned his comment section off, but here it is. This is the state of the Steelers organization right here. And then Zach Banner, our offensive lineman, who will probably be our starting left tackle, says, "The minute Devin Bush lands back in the 412, I'm confiscating his phone, lol," in which Deontay Johnson agreed with. And honestly, this probably should happen because he's allowed to be a normal person on Twitter, and athletes don't have to always be in the gym and always be training. And even though they are a lot, they don't always have to be there. I understand that. They could be on social media, they can do things like that. But look at the teams that we're on. Look at the state of our team. And here you are, just tweeting random things, turning off your comment section. If he needs mental help, please go get it. If you need to talk to someone, please go do that. I want you to feel happy just like any person in this world deserves, except for someone who's in jail for a very, very serious crime, in which case I believe they deserve to go to hell immediately. But this is just incredible behavior by Devin Bush, something that I did not expect from him. And he may have Antonio Brown syndrome. And he also made a tweet, Devin Bush, talking about, if you're a grown man and you use TikTok, don't talk to me. And if you look around your locker room, you have Juju Smith-Schuster and Chase Claypool, and those are just the main creators. There are a ton of people in there in that locker room that participate in the dances. There are people that have TikTok accounts so they can watch TikTok and follow people on TikTok, including their own teammates. So that was just not a great decision by Devin Bush to tweet that, or honestly tweet any of it. It's so random, it doesn't make any sense, and some of those are thoughts that should be going to a therapist or to a family member or someone, and I hope he gets help if he needs it. But yeah, this Steelers organization, there's always something going on that honestly shouldn't have publicity behind it, and this is just one example of it. And just like the ghost of Antonio Brown's feet haunting our football club for many years, so are the days of our Steelers.